I always talk about how strangers have changed my life. But today I'm going to tell you the story of Susan Bannister because I believe she's 74 yesterday. Um, I met Susan Bannister when I was 32 and looking for a job. I had finally graduated from Stanford and could not find a job in journalism. And I tried and tried and tried. I tried in San Francisco. I tried in New York. I tried in Toledo, Ohio, where I really didn't want to live anyway. But I thought they'd be so desperate for any kind of journalist, and they were not. And I finally decided, okay, I'm going to give up my dream and I'm going to teach again. But I had already taught 7-year-olds, so I thought, well, I'll try the university teaching because I had 2 master's degrees. And at Toledo University, I frankly didn't think that the level of education uh, was was high enough for even the professors to have been able to be admitted to Stanford University. So I went into the English department of the main university, and the man there told me that I needed a PhD, and I thought that was amazing because he couldn't even speak a decent sentence, but that was all right. And then I left, and on my way there, on my way out to the parking lot, I decided I better relieve myself. So I tried to find a ladies' room, and there was a little quaint building in the back of the big university that was called the Technical College. It was and had just opened up with open admission, and it was expanding its curriculum, and it was the community Polytech. It was a technical college, and I went through and used the restroom. And when I came out, there was this absolutely lovely, lovely girl sitting there that said to me, "Why are you here?" And I said, because I had to go to the bathroom. And she said, "No, no, why are you here?" And I said, "Well, I'm applying for a job." And she said, we always need teachers at the community and technical college, which is where I was. She said, "I'll call Dr. White." I think his name was Ted White. Ted Wilson. His name was Wilson. And she called him, and he interviewed me, and I got the job. And we have been friends since I was 30, so that's 56, 54 years now that we have been friends. And Susan, in her quiet, quiet way, has opened up the window of my mind, which is really very interesting. And one of the things she gave me was Anne Morrow Lindbergh's Gifts from the Sea. And if you women have never read Gifts from the Sea, it's written by a very cloistered Catholic woman who was very proper and very locked into routine and ritual and being a good person as defined by her church and society. And it was the inner turmoil within her and how she solved it. And it was one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. And that was a gift from Susan Bannister. And Susan Bannister has kept in touch with me. We are now friends on Facebook. She is still in Toledo, Ohio. But again, that's another result of a stranger coming into my life. And the thing that terrifies me now as I look at this lockdown and and I watch the rage that is going on all over the world, that we're no longer letting strangers in. We're completely locked into them and us. And it isn't them and us. We're all one. And I keep remembering that Niemeyer quote, and I'm going to end this, besides Happy Birthday, Susan, with the quote, and I'm going to completely mess it up, but the sentiment is still there when he said, "First they came after the Catholics, and I wasn't Catholic, and they did nothing. And then they came after the disabled, and I wasn't disabled, and so I did nothing. And then they came after the Jews, and I wasn't a Jew, and I did nothing. And for those of us now, they came after the blacks, and I wasn't black, and I did nothing. And then they came after me, and it was too late. So reach out to a stranger before it's too late."